4103 is the spot. Pull up, make a drop. I be selling rocks, I got pot. If you still playing games, so stop. I'm on my grind, no, I'm timeless. Iced out, man, I got a fire wrist.
Let's do it.
Alright, so we're here with Kingh and Cash.
Kingh and Cash.
Where are y'all from? Y'all want to tell us a little about yourself? Like,
I'm from Memphis. I pretty much moved here like 2.5 years ago or so, just like on a whim. Basically, I was like supposed to be here for a weekend and then just ended up moving here. So.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm basically from Memphis, but like I'm from California and I came here for school, but like that's just lame. So I'm no longer doing that.
so you dropped out of school?
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
Full-time rapper now?
Yeah, and I just never.
Nah, I'm a full-time stoner. I'm a part-time rapper.
Dude, I'd say I never even went to college because I knew that the only thing that I was going to be good at was music. So, like, you know, the only thing that a college degree would do for me is just to, like, always have that kind of, like, I always got something to fall back on just in case music doesn't work. But this way, it's like, if music doesn't work, I'm just completely fucked. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
I understand.
When do you think you realized that? Like, what age were you like, yeah, music's my thing. Like, this is where I gotta go.
oh, dude, pretty much when I turned 7.
Like 2 years ago.
Maybe
2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was just like my mom and dad both played guitar. So I started playing guitar when I was like 7. Right. And by the time I was 10, I was like doing shows in Memphis and stuff. Just like little shit, but like, you know, I was good enough to be doing that. So, and then I realized I could sing probably like a good 8 years ago. And I had to quit smoking cigarettes and all that before I could really like find the whole range I got. So that's pretty much how I made my living when I got to Knoxville. It was literally for like 6 months I played on the street. And
would you say your parents got you into music?
I mean, yeah, they definitely probably wouldn't have preferred me doing it this way. You know what I'm saying? Like, but they were on some shit like, you know, keep doing music. Like, I went to high school and I got a $40,000 like scholarship to Christian Brothers for like playing saxophone and shit. But that was like the first like preppy like pay money for some shit scene I had ever seen. So it was like I lived with my grandparents for a couple of years and they put me on all that like preppy school ass shit, which just wasn't my deal. Yeah. And then I ended up going to public school and then really kind of finding my niche with like singing and rapping and shit like that. But the saxophone is cool, man. I was really good at it, but it was just like, you know, there's no money there, and it just wasn't like what I like to do. So.
You ever like think about throwing that in a beat, have a saxophone?
Oh, dude, yeah, all the time. Like we've been talking about, like doing
some crazy shit.
Yeah, just doing like some guitar sampling and possibly some saxophone. And y'all know Wills,
I've been
right?
putting hella strings in there.
Yeah, he plays sax too. So.
Oh, really?
I've been going off on some strings, just you know.
So you rap and you produce, right?
Yeah, like half the beats we got on are either like remixes of other songs or they're just like straight up originals, or like we have this one dude, shout out Delic.
Yeah, Delic, he the plug.
Andrew Ellick, that man be going off on the
at the Delic. He knows what's up.
That's Delick.
Yeah, that man knows what's up. He true.
Oh, Morty.
Hey.
That's cool. That's authentic right there. We got live dogs on set.
So
no dogs were harmed.
So would you guys consider yourselves more rappers or producing or one or the other?
He's definitely been on his like producer niche lately.
I just make money.
Give a direct answer.
I just make money.
Nah, I mean,
I entertain folks.
This man really could just be
all
chefing.
about the money.
I could. I mean, I'd be chefing up vocals and beats, but like, I be rapping too. I've been rapping more lately, just like not like rapping.
Oh, yeah.
It's just been some stupid bullshit. Everybody know.
I mean, that's what he calls it. That really that shit is just hype, and he plays it down.
Yeah. Like, what you mean? Wait, what's
owe me $7?
Oh no, I mean, well, yeah, but what I'm saying is like lately, like I don't know. I guess I've just been getting in my head.
Through a little like meltdown, like every now and then.
Yeah, for sure.
Give
me some questions, man.
So this one's for King here. You dropped Straight Out of Midtown.
Hey, yeah, that was dope, I guess.
So, what was like the focus or like the message behind that, or is it just like to get yourself out there? Like, what was that about?
Really, I was just kind of making tracks, and then I was like, I guess I gotta drop a mixtape, you know, like an official
Project.
compilation of songs.
Yeah.
And I guess it kind of had the same vibe to me. Like, it kind of was just like my young ass just saying stuff over a beat. That was kind of hard, you know.
So was this like is this your first mixtape?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I didn't start rapping until like junior year, part 2 of high school.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Now, what made you get started?
I was like, there are so many stupid people in the rap game right now making all this money, and I was like, I'm way smarter than them. My homeboy Kalen smarter than them. We be writing like some motherfucking
Shout out cameraman Kevin.
brothers. And I was like, I'm just finna get this money, so I'm finna start rapping, and then after I get famous off rapping, I'm just gonna make money other ways.
Is there anyone that like influenced you on the way or anything?
Oh yeah.
Like rappers or just like people in my life?
Just anyone in general.
I mean, well, there's a lot of rappers, but we ain't got enough time for that. But like, I guess people, figures in my life, like my cousin, he cool. He a cool dude. His name's Rob. His real name's Sarah, but we call him Rob.
Sarab.
My dad, I don't like to admit it, but my dad's a cool guy. He makes a lot of money. He instilled a lot of good things in me. Even
What
though
about rappers though, man? There's got to be like one guy you heard where you were like, yo.
ASAP. When I heard ASAP,
yes.
I was like, yo, this is. I heard ASAP, I was like, yeah, I need to start rapping like right now. But no, I mean like, you know, Eazy-E, Pac. I fuck with Cube pretty hard, not as hard as the other people in NWA.
Right.
I'm not the biggest Snoop fan because of you know, affiliation ties. Yeah, I guess like Dolph, he's that man.
What do you guys think about the new artists? Like,
I fuck with Uzi heavy. I mean, nobody know that. I mean, everybody know that really, but like Uzi my guy, low key. Fuck with Ty Dolla $ign heavy. Travis Scott's that man.
I like a lot of
Everybody
guys.
else suck. Like XXX, that man.
Yes,
poo-poo.
exactly.
Kodak Black is a dumbass. We got motherfucking
Lil Pump is so
Lil
whack. But anyway, no, the thing is, that's funny, is like real head ass to say, especially for me, is that like Lil Dicky said some shit. Lil Dicky said some shit in a freestyle where he's like, ironically, anti-rap is only one of the only real brands of rap left. Yeah. And that's so fucking true. Like, cause every time a Lil Pump comes out, you have like a Joyner Lucas that comes out that's like, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like, I think that's what's gonna keep rap alive, cause he's from that generation that came from the generation that likes that old school, like that shit that is really that down and dirty, like what that shit's about. I feel like, because nowadays it really is just like a whole lot of talk about like every drug like, you can do in one day type
I feel like
shit,
the
you know
original, like the original, like the beginning of rap, it was like more antagonistic towards other people, you know, it was like more beefs and shit, and like having a personal vendetta and shit, like this is what I'm doing, and then it emerged to like, I fuck so many hoes, like I do all this shit, I got all this money, but like now it's re-emerging because it's like all these whack ass people coming back in the game, and then it's like all the people who are like, yeah, you can't be in here, you need to get the fuck out, like.
Yeah, like I like how, I mean, you got people like that are still relevant, although they were established like a decade ago, but like people like Kendrick Lamar obviously is like running shit, and that dude constantly puts people back down in their spot, like telling them like, you know, yo, this is not what the fuck you want. Like, that's the thing I think about it that's so great. Like, it isn't supposed to be like this, like, because every other genre is a whole lot of collaboration and like, you know, let's see what we can do together. And rap should be that if y'all are on the same shit. But it's like, when you have conflicting ideals, then you shouldn't be buddy-buddy with that rapper. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're not standing for what you're about. So it's like, that's what Kendrick is on. You know, he'll fuck with anybody who's got a good vibe and like, you know, is saying some cool shit, and it doesn't necessarily have to be all woke and like, you know, conscious and all that, but as long as it's got some substance, that's what is lacking these days. It's just a whole lot of repetitive ass flows and like.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, being a producer, like I'm hearing the same type shit on beats, but like I'm not saying it's not hard, but like if it's gonna be the same beats, at least switch up like the vocals. At least like don't have Cardi going off. Like Cardi goes off. Like let's be real, but like
there's a whole lot of people just beating the shit out of a sound. Like they find their niche and they're like, oh my god, I just gotta burn this into the ground.
Yeah.
Like even Eminem talks about himself doing that, and he's like one of the most original artists that has ever existed. Like you know, he's always like, I'm beating accents into the ground. I need to switch it up.
I feel like it's really polarized right now. Like you have like the Kendrick Lamars, you have like the Earl Sweatshirts, Absol, all the TDE. Like Talib Kweli's still around. Jay-Z dropped an album. You have the lyricists that are still dropping bars, but it's like a whole nother genre almost. Like
it's
pop,
like everybody
hip-hop.
just gets an
like,
invite to the party, even if you wag. I mean, that's just me, man.
And Eminem's talked about it before too. He's talked about making pop music because it's almost two different things. People make pop hip hop, but at the same time, it's not the real stuff. It's not what it's meant to be. It's not challenging yourself lyrically or any poetic
and
type shit.
there's a difference between like defiling what is supposed to be going on and then making something new that goes on. Like pop has been everything. Like pop has been jazz, pop has been blues, pop has been rock. And like the thing about it is, it's like it's totally cool to be pop, but don't sit back and try to still cling on to this other genre. Like people like Drake are like completely grasping onto that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like Drake will admit when he's doing some pop shit. Like or you know, you get embodied by his singing. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit right there is completely real to what his image is. But he lets you know all the time that he could come back with some bars and still murder that ass. Yeah. And that's what I think should be totally allowed. Like that should be respected. You know what I'm saying? Like even Kendrick got on some love shit on Damn.
I feel like some people are just like,
where are we throwing these?
Oh, like this is what's hot right now. I need to attain as close as possible to this. And then there are some people who are like not as stupid as him, and they're like, I need to attain as close as possible to this, but still be original. But then there are people who aren't stupid at all. It's like, no, that's stupid. I need to do my own thing.
That's enough talk about other people.
True.
What's coming in the future for y'all? Like any big plans?
Hella dope shit. We just kind of just chefing up right now, recording some shit.
Yeah.
Got some shit in the works. Probably.
Some
I don't even know what to say right now, man. I mean, like we finna take off, bro. That's all I'm finna say. Like y'all folks sleep.
Music videos on the way.
Yeah, dude, for real. We need to get on that shit to be real. But the main thing is, man, just like really meticulously shelling out a lot of synonymous music.
Yeah, and like,
you know, like not all the time, but like if we're gonna put out 10
tracks, gotta be consistency.
Exactly.
Like, you gotta just like, and not even that. It's like even if you're just going like home after you just chef for like an hour, it's like you gotta at least do something that's like helping you get better or keeping the ideas in your mind, or keeping an idea in your mind like that you can portray like the next time you go out and like chef.
Yeah,
whatever,
like I mean, we do countless hours of freestyle, like just freestyling and like chilling and.
We'll get to that in a second.
Oh yeah, right.
Yo, Cash, what's up with? I saw on your Instagram bio, Power of the Label. How's that been? Like, what's that kind of experience been?
Dude, that's my homie. Shout out Kadeem Johnson. That man is making moves. He got a non-profit organization where he's like going out into inner city schools in Knox. And literally, like, I've been a part of one of the drives where, like, I literally gave out, like, 30 backpacks to, like, 30 different kids. So he's, like, actually out here, you know.
Helping the community.
Exactly. But he started a little shit called Power the Label. I mean, and that's exactly what it is. It's just, you know, power the label. And it is the title and it is the verb itself. Like, and it's just all about, like, taking all the local artists, and we're talking Tennessee pretty much, and just being like, hey, let's all collab, because the only way we're going to get hype is if there's a movement. You know what I'm saying? If we're all on the same shit, then somebody's got to dig the sound. Yeah. You know what I mean? But we all have our individual styles that make it unique. Yeah, and absolutely. there's definitely a couple of tracks I did with Power that were like super cool, and they're definitely cool. Y'all should check them out. You have to tag the Instagram name later. I don't remember it, but.
And you were saying like everyone's got their own unique talent, their own unique style.
Yeah, because it's not even just music. That's the thing that was cool about it. It was like he was willing to put money into someone who does art, like supply you with everything that you need to make something beautiful, and then we'll go out here and sell it. Or like, you know, if you're good at singing, he'll totally jump on that. Or if you're good at whatever it is, you know, dancing or whatever, then we put you in a music video doing some hype shit in the background so that you can get some exposure for your moves and shit. Like, you know, it's just kind of trying to grasp all facets of what could be money worthy. and that's what it's all about.
And art,
You
just
know, because it's got to be a
empowering art.
brand more than it is just music. Like everyone can say, "Oh yeah, cool, you can rap," but when you have like some dope shit going on that people want to be a part of, then
It's gotta
it's
be
like,
a vibe, bro. It's like a whole wave. Like
It's kind of what we're trying to do here. Is
Right.
just promote everyone.
yeah, like on some Misfit shit. Like that shit is wild. Like what Jaden Smith has done
Yeah.
since he started rapping. Like, dude, that man has put work in, and that's like the kind of shit I want to be on. Like he said, "Fuck all the bullshit. I'm doing this shit completely different, word for word. You know, I'm about to do this shit way different." And just really took off with that, and that's kind of a good inspiration. Or like TDE, or like OVO, or any of those ones that started out being like those motherfuckers you just want to hear, and then all of a sudden they're the franchise.
Taylor Gang.
Right.
Pro era.
Yes.
So, Cash, all your stuff right now is on King's SoundCloud.
For the moment, yeah.
Do you plan on making your own SoundCloud?
Yeah, I've had a SoundCloud in the past, and I just dealt with recording with a few people who were kind of just iffy on their skill.
Yeah.
And a lot of shit got pushed out, but I don't like to rep it because it's just not the best.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm going to completely revamp and just like put out all the shit that I've chefed in the last couple months here, and then all the shit that's good from my old EP I'll throw on there so that everybody can hear that. But yeah, I mean that's where I'm at right now pretty much.
Well, we wanted to get y'all to spit some freestyles if you wanted to.
Let's get it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That hard.
Yeah.
Okay, they sit back and listen for what Cash to say. I put the dick in the bitch mouth and she wait for that aftertaste. And I told her to stop when I'm starting to come like Hathaway, cause she ain't even hot, she looking like a Hathaway. You could do the math today. Go get your bitch ass or some. Say you throw shade, bitch, I son. If you want the problems, I am really not the one. Pull up with a gun, Tommy gun. That's one man on me, I am un. Fuck what you talking about, getting that bitch's stomach like Tums. I'm rolling up the joints and blunts of alien orange gum. All these headers begging for a smoke looks like a bum. I'm breaking bread and now they diving for the crumbs.
Hey.
Go off, King.
I thought he was finna go. He looking at me like he finna jump in, but alright.
Nah.
About you guys.
Yeah.
So it's for y'all.
For y'all.
I guess. Man, I don't even know, to be honest.
Who the pretty white boy trap jumping out the doorway? Told the bitches BK dick, you could have it your way. Cause if I had it my way, then the shit would be a four-way. It seemed like Allstate with the way that we insure they. I be with you shorty. Giving her more protein in the mouth than a short take. Fucking up your day. All you fuck boys be sweeter than some sorbet. Told her straight head, fuck the foreplay. I'm in the gym, it's the lab with the workout. What my core say? Lord, pretty Flacco Cash. Lord, pretty Flacco Cash. Put a hole in your ass. Talking about the grass and I'm moving in the packs. Haters just mad cause I'm charging all this tax and I'm still managing to get all of my stacks. Put it in my wallet and I never spend it out. Rappers talking, man, they really wanna be friends now. Cause I get that men's and I'm like a veteran. They just be meddling on the bike pedaling and I get that good shit. Everybody with me on that motherfucking hood shit. If you really want it, then I really wish you would, bitch. I be getting good with the 9 with the wood grip.
Yo. Hey.
Approach me, I don't really think that you should, bitch. This is some hood shit. This is some Will Smith. This is some I am legendary, I am legend, I kill shit. You ain't really deal this. You ain't really filled with motherfucking feel, bitch. You ain't in the fold, bitch. You ain't in the cut, bitch. You ain't know that I'm not the one to fuck with.
No. No.
Lord, pretty Flacco Cash.
Alright.
Ken, you gotta go off, man.
I think the beat's about to go off.
Yeah, that was short.
It's
So,
alright.
So, different one.
So when y'all are in the studio, do y'all usually write or freestyle?
It's like so quickly written that it's almost a freestyle sometimes. But other times we come to the booth with a verse we wrote that took 2 weeks. You know, I think that's
It
what
just
you hear from
depends.
every artist. Yeah, there's like some James Bay shit. Not to get off track with the genres, but I just remember him saying in an interview that man was like, this took me like 2 years to write. You know what I'm saying? It was one of his hype songs, but then like you know, let it go. That super hype, like, pop shit is like, he said that took him like 20 minutes, so.
I haven't been writing recently at all, to be honest, except for like 1 or 2 verses.
Well, and honestly, it's like.
I've just been out the game for a while.
Well, and also, we generally, like, get a beat and then catch a vibe, and we just want to rock with it. So it's like, you don't want to take too long to do shit. Because then you just end up trashing the project because you're like, yo,
Bro,
this is, like, so inconsistent, yeah. Or, yeah, you work on it too long and put too much on it, you know.
I have that problem.
So, because it's all about simplicity nowadays, it seems like, you know. You want something, you want, like, your niche sound, like, you're something that everybody digs. And then, you know, just kind of lay something over it and then make you the rest. Like, we were talking about the other day, like, a lot of these, like, Travis, Ty Dolla $ign, Drake, people are kind of doing where they take, like, the lows and highs of a beat, and they take the highs out, and then they take the lows out of their voice and make them the high. Yeah. So it's like they're just the beat, you know? Yeah. And so, metaphorically, that's kind of the equivalent. Like, you're just trying to get that, like, saucing-ass sound, but where it's mostly you on it, so that you're not diminished by what's going on. Like, you know, some real Memphis trap shit where you just got too many sounds and too much shit going on. That's cool sometimes, not to knock it at all, but I just don't think I could pull that off, you know?
Absolutely. Well, unfortunately, we're getting short on time now. But, is there anyone you want to shout out or anything?
Man, just
shout out
all
fans.
you motherfuckers.
Shout out to my bands.
Shout out to y'all for being here.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, man, you know, we always gonna come through.
Absolutely, go check out their all their stuff. We're gonna put that down below.
Man.
Yeah, and that's just gonna be dropping soon. We don't really have any release dates because we're coming single by single.
Yeah, we just dropping. We
Dropping
dropping
and
dope
dropping.
shit.
We're just dropping and
We
dropping.
dropping dope shit. We're not gonna quit.
We're
So
ready for
It's
it.
the most, like, throat interview ever. Everyone's just like, yeah.
we just gonna have hella cuts and shit. Like,
Well, yeah, dude. We're glad you're here.
yeah, man,
Just
appreciate it.
Yeah. These bitches say they want party. These bitches say they want Molly. I take a bitch and that shit from the back, take a video just like I call it. I'm staring down the list, looking at your bitch, cause she be acting so naughty. I pull up a whip, leave with your chick in my 430.